Well, in the first instance, I'll come back to the picture, by the way. But let me say that the declaration we are referring to about unsafety of water in Solubela and the whole Carolina actually was done by ourselves as Water Affairs, working with our communities, our municipalities there. That was after we had actually detected that there was some level of pollution. It actually, I must say, we knew that there was some level of pollution all along in the areas of Carolina, in the area of Mpumalanga in center, along the mining belt in that area. But to what an extent has it gone? We didn't actually expect that to happen. But somehow through our wetlands we detected that there was a problem. The nature and the kind of water that was oozing from a wetland. Wetlands normally purifies water itself, but it was dirty water that came from there. We immediately declared that water unsafe, because even at the treatment plant, it was coming out very funny. We detected that there's iron metals, and indeed, we stopped people from drinking water. At the same time, we immediately started providing water, tankering water to the services. Immediately right there in January, I was there myself. I went there to Solubela, I addressed the people, I addressed the community, I sat with municipality planning. What then next? We started actually looking on that day, by the way, we gave 4 mines the pre-directives to say that we need information just to check scientifically where these pollution may be coming from.
Okay.
We've subsequently found out that the pollution is linked to that.
To the
and
mining.
We've been supplied to the mining, yes.
Okay.
We've actually since then continued to supply water until Vuyo. The tankers and tankering were bent down for 5 days. That's the only time when we didn't supply water. But
okay, who bent down? Do we know?
And we couldn't have anything on those 5 days.
Okay.
But since the resumption of the duty after getting the new tankers, we actually continue to supply water.
Okay. But now, it's unsustainable to be providing water from tankers. People have to have access
Absolutely.
to clean, pure drinking water in a normal sort of way, like I would have.
Absolutely,
Why
you're right.
has that not happened up to now?
You see, when there's water pollution, full of metals, full of ions, even as you treat it, what was worse is that actually the water treatment plant was also not fully functional up to its optimum. We had to fix the water treatment plant. You wouldn't let people drink water from that kind of a source, obviously, and for a time and for that while. It doesn't, by the way, take some 2 days or 2 weeks or so to clean up the whole system. We've been cleaning up until now, actually last week, when the first test of the results test came out, saying that this water is preliminarily can be declared. Up until this Tuesday, when we got the final test from the third test from 2 very good accredited laboratories that are saying that we could. So we couldn't get people to drink water, Vuyo. That's why we had to tanker. And in emergency, you actually tanker.
Yes.
You can't leave people without water.
It's taken so long because of resources?
Because of the sources that are polluted. And we need to determine what is the cause of this problem. Where does it come from? We have determined right at the beginning that it comes from 2 streams, 2 rivers. Now we know that the sediments have actually settled down. We are not yet out of the woodwork, by the way. There are people who are saying that, no, there's pollution still. We know that. That's why we're saying the second stage would be now, which we have, by the way, have embarked upon now, to clean that whole, the sediments underneath the dam, the dam that supplies water there, but also the entire catchment area. Remember, the catchment area is not just in Carolina, it's the entire Mpumalanga.
Okay.
So that's the second phase that we're moving into. Third phase is to augment the water treatment plant. Now that we've fixed the small one, we're building a bigger water treatment plant this year. We're beginning. And we've actually begun to supply water in that whole area.
But yet the people in Carolina are unhappy, Minister. So clearly at some level, government has not been able to satisfy the community.
It's true, Vuyo, we understand that, indeed. But naturally it comes that when people drink water that they are not used to, opening a tap every day and going to the tankers, naturally even all of us would actually be unhappy. But the reality is that we have a real situation which has not been caused by anyone else except that pollution. It was necessary for us to communicate, and we've been doing so, for people to understand that this is actually a temporary situation until such time that their water has been declared safe to drink.
What's the timeline?
Which is last week.
Okay.
Yesterday, the mayor stood there because I couldn't declare that. We knew as far as Tuesday that the water is now safe for drinking. But the mayor had to go, as the municipality, legally speaking. That legal task is for the mayor to do that. And the municipality has done so yesterday. I've called the mayor to say that I want to drink water from Carolina. just to say to people, make a statement that it is safe water up
So
to the
the
standard.
people now can drink the water now?
People are drinking, not can.
Okay.
Are drinking. Mayor said to me, I drank day before yesterday.
Yes.
No, not from the tanks, from the taps.
From the taps.
The water is back to normal.
It's not tankered in
Not,
water.
we have left the tankers.
Now.
We have left the tankers. Remember the court case against the municipality, not the Department of Water Affairs, says that in 72 hours they need to come back to court to say that they have provided enough 25 liters per person per day, which is the adequate water that's allowed. But now it's no longer, probably it's a futile exercise. They need to go back and say now it's even beyond the tankering.
So the people of Silobela now
have water, clean drink water, tap water.
All right. Minister, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Minister responsible for water affairs and the environment is Edna Molewa joining us this morning. It is 10 minutes before 8 o'clock. Stay with us.